and gentlemen, GreatTaz here, once again with another Super Sunday replay. And yeah, I know, it's artillery. It's Russian. It's the Object 261. And this replay is brought to you by, I forgot his name already, Von Mano 92 from the European server. This is a grand battle on Nebelburg. And we're going to move this forward just a little bit because, you know, already getting into position is no action whatsoever. So we're going to help Vaughn here get into... oh, dang. What the hell? Whoa, holy smokes, Batman. Talk about moving around like crazy. That was cuckoo. All right, he's already zooming in on a grill and an Object 268, and he gets the round to drop over top the rock, which is good considering over a third of his aiming circle is on the rock. So that was a good shot. Partially lucky. Here he is now aiming at the Batchat 25, who is running away. Now, as Arti, you generally want to try to shoot at tanks that are generally a little more stationary. Though he's going to shoot at the E5. That's going to be probably a good splash. Ooh, double splash because another artillery dropped around right on top of him just as he did. And a third tried to drop another one, but it didn't quite hit. All right, we're going to reload and keep looking for more shots. Now, with Nebelburg, the northeastern corner is really rather heavy tankish and anti-Arti-ish. There's not a lot of lines of fire you can get with Arti there. He's going to take a shot at the Batchat 25, a direct shot right on the Batchat. Ooh, and it hits just beside him. Not a direct hit, but right beside him, and still does 941 damage. That's kind of partially the bad part about artillery. Even when they get a close splash, they do a lot of damage. And you got to think about, you know, it's somewhat in realism that an artillery round this is, I think, 102, I don't even know what the size round is on the 261. So I can't really tell you. And it's, you got to think, an Arti round is huge, and it's designed for a high explosive component. So that's what it's basically going to do, it blow up. And it's going to send shrapnel and dirt and everything else all over the place. All right, going to take another shot at the Maz here. Ooh, that's a direct hit, and you can see the hole in the side of the plate armor as it hits. So now he's going to move to the north and try to do some support there. Now, Arti isn't completely useless in the north. It's just there's so many buildings. It's so hard to shoot around some of them. And to get in the perfect exact location, you got to do so much to do. And he's using the Arti aim, the special aim. Instead of looking straight down on, he's looking at it on the lead type the angle, if you hit G. Now he's waiting for this E100 to actually slow down so he can get a good hit. That's a direct hit into spaced armor, but it still does 490 damage. And E100 realizes he made a boo-boo, and he's going to turn around and run away and get behind the buildings, which is a smart play. Now we got two more that are the most intelligent position. And he's going to, what's he going to do? He's going to take the E100. He's going to go for the E100. He's going for the damage instead of going for the kill, ladies and gentlemen. The kill would have been probably a wiser choice, but taking that amount of damage off of the E100, 308, but as it probably has a heavy spall liner, just for the simple fact that, you know, all heavy slow tanks probably should have a heavy spall liner or super heavy spall liner, so that in turn that you can actually, you know, not worry about artillery as bad. All right, he's going to take a shot at the E100. He's going to miss, but he will splash, and we'll see, should see that damage later on. He did track him, so he'll get tracking damage, and he leaves him he's left at 5%. All right. Here he's still focusing on the north because south seems to be somewhat handled, but the north is lost. So, I mean, this is the main reason he is focusing north, because if he doesn't, he's going to get overrun soon. And all he's got in between him and them right now is a Girl 15. And the Girl 15 can't take out, 7 tanks? Plus possibly being shot from the middle by the Batchat. All right, there's an IS-4. Now he's kind of waiting and hoping that the grill will spot something. As you can see out of the corner over there, the grill has one of the new camouflages that you can purchase or get through by purchasing loot boxes. All right, he's going to take a shot at the E100. He's going to get the full aim, wait. Oh, that's a nice direct hit to the upper glacis, but still low damage. Now, that's the whole randomicity or the RNG of artillery. That was a direct hit. Now, we've seen a direct hit earlier on the tank, just a splash on a Batchat that did 900 damage, and this one was a direct hit that only did 200 damage. So there is a huge randomicity in Arti rounds. He's going to take the IS-4. There's a 425. The grill is calling for help. He's doing everything he can to help out this grill in the north. So are some of the other Artis. As you can see, Arti rounds are coming in fast succession from 3 or 4 different artillery pieces. Now, I'm betting at least one of them still focusing on the south, just because the south is really lacking in a lot of tanks right now. The south has come up and got really weak. There he did critical to the E100 and damaged the IS-4. There the IS, he's going to get some more stun damage, some more assisted damage. He's waiting for his reload again. There's the grill taking out the IS-4. That was what the E100 was waiting for, and that kind of what was to be expected. If the grill would have waited, if there was better communication between these guys. There was a 4-second warning from Vaughn. There he takes out the E100 that's in the back. There was a 4-second warning from the Vaughn. If the grill would have waited till Vaughn fired and then let the E100 come around, it probably would have been a different story. The grill would still be alive. Now, Vaughn is he's no longer the most front tank. He is actually got 3 TDs in front of him, one which is kind of running. He's now turning. I'm expecting Vaughn has the skill to turn his artillery fast, because his barrel moves dang fast. And I've never played the Object 261 yet, but it looks like it's a pretty fast turning Arti, so it can get its aiming circle anywhere on the map quickly. So it makes it a good quick response artillery. Sounds kind of like the Batchat 58, 155-58. That round went over. He may have rushed that round just a tad, but again, that's the whole randomicity of artillery pieces. You have that whole junk of, a larger RNG number compared to like a tank destroy or any of the other ones. There is nothing that has anything in the game that has a worse RNG than artillery, and that includes the Type 5 with its HE rounds and stuff like that. Type 4, Type 5, and HE round based tanks. So in turn, artillery has this is not good. If we're looking at the minimap in G1, we now have the Rumpanzer right there. I think he saw the grill, so he's backing up. But if I was a Rumpanzer, now seeing that the grill's dead, I would be rushing those 2 Arti pieces and taking them out. And I don't know if Vaughn even has a clue that that's about to happen. Batchat 25 in the south. I think he just realized that. He just realized that now. The Rumpanzer is way, way not very smart for sitting there. He's going to get himself killed. Just like so. And unfortunately, Our hero of the day is taken out by a laggy, skippy object 268. And then the last man alive, the Bat Chat, is also taken out by an IO7 that is not even spotted. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and run on over to WoT replays and see how he did. Well, it was an Ace Tanker badge. Ace Tanker, that came with only a 668 base experience, so you EU players, note, you only need about 668 to actually base experience to get Ace Tanker. It was Bruiser. He got that elusive Gore's medal for dealing at least 5 times or 10 times the amount of hit points as a tank, and he did deal 5,323, so he easily, I'm pretty sure the object 261 only has like 500 hit points. So he easily did that with the 5,000. And that's why it's elusive. It's 10 times the hit points value of an artillery piece. And artillery doesn't generally sit on the top of damage. Now, overall, he's the top overall for damage. And on his team, he's the top experience because of the 3 kills and the damage. And he also got Confederate for damaging a whole butt ton of tanks. As you can see here, he had 21 shots. He was almost out of ammo. And this is where the bad thing about the 261 is it has an ammo count of 22 rounds, I think. No, he fired... Oh, that's because it splashed. 18 rounds. He fired 16. He had 1 left in the clip. And he fired 17. So 18 rounds. It's a low ammo count, and you can easily run out of ammo as fast as it shoots. But as you can see, it aims really quickly. So 11 direct hits. It says now this does count splash as a direct hit. Which is kind of weird, I think. He did have 3 penetrating shots, so you know they were actually direct hits. 20 splash damages because he was splashing multiple targets at a time. Majority of his damage was from over 300 meters. Now he did get a few shots in some close targets, just because of the simple fact they had converged literally on his area, and his team had died. Of course, he only got shot once, and he only needs to get shot once, especially from a tier 10. Most of them, I don't think there's a heavy or a TD at tier 10 that will not one-shot him, and most of the mediums will two-shot him, and I think pretty much all but the Sheridan, if it's running the 152, will take 2 to 3 also. The Sheridan could one-shot him with the HE, the 152 and HE rounds. Just because he doesn't have any armor. Damaged 13 total, and he killed 3. He had 641 in assistance. He had 2,663 from damage from stuns. WoT replays does not give us a stun duration, unfortunately. He stunned 20 stuns because he has splashed 20 times. Now, it was a 9-minute battle, a 10-minute battle overall. And as you can see here, he did not have a premium count, but he almost broke even. Now, if he would have, his team would have won, remember, he would have got more credits and stuff, so he would have actually came out on top. But unfortunately, because it was a loss, and he had to repair 100% of his artillery piece, and pretty much replace 99% of his ammo, that's probably more like 95% of his ammo, he had to replace 17 rounds. He does come up just short of breaking even. Received his base experience since he got Defender, which is considered a heroic medal. He got courageous resistance. So the courageous resistance helped him with his gold also. In other words, he'd be another 4,000 in the hole. And it helps him with his experience. So overall, and he was running, looks like, personal missions. So, which don't seem right for just personal missions are usually 50%, not 10%. Not sure what that's actually for. That might just, I don't know, not quite sure. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you did not enjoy this video and thinks it deserves it, go ahead and give it a thumbs down. With that being said, and my deep yawn there, excuse me, I'm going to get running. And I hope everyone had a great weekend so far and continues to have a great Sunday. All right, we will see you later in the world of tanks. This is GreatTaz signing off. See you soon.